one off the bat was because it's the theme of our interview series is "What's in your cup" was the theme. So what's your drink of choice? Hey.
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola, all right.
I loved it as a kid. I get these because I bought them in the machine for a dime.
I was going to say, it's been a while since I've seen a glass bottle.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's my favorite. The cans taste horrible. The bottle, I remember as a kid just getting it.
All right, Darren. So, I mean, you know, my other question I had was to talk about your priorities in office, and it sounds like you already touched on a lot of those, but, you know, it sounds like two of them were disabled issues and also fighting for homeless veterans. So talk a little bit about both of those and what you plan to do if elected to office to further both those causes.
Well, healthcare is incorporated because you have mentally ill homeless on the street. Healthcare. So now you got a homeless problem and a healthcare problem in the same thing. One of the things I presented, and there's a recording of it in 2016. You think somebody would have did it just to even look good. Fake it, right? But the politics is so bad. They don't care about you or me. So we have to take this into consideration. We have abandoned properties that belong to the government, right? Actually, they belong to you and me. It's our tax dollars. Now, I went to Home Depot and Lowe's. I spoke to the CEOs. They said, Darren, we would definitely get behind that. We refurbish them, and then I'd call on citizens, and I'd be there myself. I know you'd come out for veterans. I'll bet money on it. You'll come grab a paintbrush. Habitat for Humanity by the former president. I met him, Jimmy Carter, at Reagan's funeral. We would do it. These are our veterans. Don't we care about them? Let me tell you, there is no caring from the panel. Did any one of them review all the footage? Not one of them spoke of the 1,000 homeless here. If they don't care about them here, if we were to send them to Congress, they're going to forget them there. We have to solve that problem. So we have abandoned properties. Now, I had a healthcare plan I gave to Bush, okay? Andy, write to me personally, Secretary Carter. I told him, and that's when they came up with that voucher for personal care. Bush came up with that. I wanted to take Medicare and Medicaid and make that a national insurance that's kind of like a 401k. We own it. We own it, and then we open it for affordable pricing to the working man. Instead of just disabled folks having it at 65. We can open it up. It'll also draw revenue. It was a no-brainer. It took me 10 minutes to think of. You know, a lot of ideas. Does it need work? Yeah, but it's a place to start. You see, you have to have a heart for this country and a heart for the vulnerable. Now the vulnerable, why do you think it's a systemic problem? The answer is simple. The folks that we elected neglected. That's the answer. I won't. On August 18th, I'm going to prove it.